Oh, hi guys. Here to do a kind of a comic-y graphic novel review. This time I'm going to be doing, as the title says, The Killing Joke. This is one of the best Batman stories I think that's been written to date. This is obviously the recoloured and slightly, well no, it's only slightly altered version of the original, which was released in 2000. This one was released in 2008 and recoloured by Brian Bolland, something like that. It says on the front page here, but names are never my strong point. So, what is this story about? Basically, to get to the point quickly, it's about the Joker's origins, or at least one origin that he kind of portrays, because the Joker himself is narrating the flashbacks he has during the storyline. Sorry, during the story itself. This also kind of sums up the Joker's beliefs and why he turned into the kind of guy he did. And he basically says that one bad day can change a normal man into a maniac, and he plans to show not just Batman, but he also plans to show Gotham and the world how this is true by using Commissioner Gordon as a guinea pig, and by using certain mind tactics against him. Like he shoots Barbara Gordon, takes pictures of her, and in the nude, and puts Gordon on a kind of insane train while singing this insane song, which is one of the scariest, well, mentally scary parts of the book, because if you can imagine one of your loved ones like this and you being forced to watch, it's gonna have some effect on you. And as I said, when the Joker is narrating his own backstory, you can't take it for canon in some ways, because he mentions this line specifically. He says, "Sometimes I remember it one way, sometimes another. If I'm going to have a past, I prefer to have options to it." So you can't take it as canon in some ways. I mean, I would in some ways, but it's better to kind of think that he's so out of it that not even he knows where he's coming from. And that's when the reference to The Dark Knight comes in, because that's exactly the same for the Joker there. He doesn't know where he comes from, and he tells people a lot of different stories of his origins. That's just one of the influences this great book has had. It's also apparently inspired Tim Burton for the very first Tim Burton Batman film. As I said, Chris Nolan, the director or producer or whatever for The Dark Knight, also was influenced by the Joker, and the way it was, the look and feel of it, like it was for Batman Year One. Batman Year One was kind of more linked to Batman Begins. This is probably the comic that most references, or most relates to The Dark Knight. And of course, as I said, Barbara Gordon getting shot also helps. Well, it doesn't help, but she then becomes the Oracle, someone who uses computers and feeds people information, and this created a team of superhero females called the Birds of Prey, and the Oracle is still used in today's DC continuity as far as I'm aware. A quick little bit about the art style in it. The character detail is extremely good. Lines, wrinkles, they're all brought out really nicely, and because of this, a lot of the characters' emotions, especially the Joker's insanity and facial expressions, are really, really good, and you can really feel them more than you could in like some of the other comics I've read. As well as that, the backgrounds compared to the characters are not as interesting, and sometimes are very bland, but that again works in the comics' best interest, because these backgrounds are so bland and boring. You're always focusing on what the characters look like and what's happening right in the centre of the panel. I'm not saying that that's it for all of them. For some of them, anyway that is the case, but you know, there are the exceptions. Like I said, the memory flashbacks are very much inspired by the Sin City. They weren't in the original version as far as I know, but the Joker's flashbacks here, they're basically just black and white, and certain areas are highlighted with red, like interesting or different things like a prawn or a shrimp, I don't know, that someone's eaten is coloured pink, and a Red Hood mask is coloured bright red, to give that feeling of I don't know. It's kind of a graphic novel thing to do now, and it works really well, especially for these flashbacks, I think. And the final thing I'd like to mention are that there are a lot of pages that have a lot of panels, like 9 panels used, when I'm pretty sure that normal comics use at the most 5 or 6. This one uses 9, and sometimes doesn't even use speech bubbles, but again, it works really well, especially for when Batman's trying to find out where the Joker is, because it's just, you don't need to think about Batman's going to a place, he's going to interrogate someone and he's going to say, where is the Joker, I need to find him, blah blah blah. It's just scene, Batman holding a gangster by the throat, next scene, Batman ripping down a Joker poster, next scene, and this is all on one page, and I think that works really nicely. It keeps the pace of the story nice and fast. So my opinion on this, if you like the Joker, you will love this book. It is really good. I'm so glad I picked it up and read it. Well, I've got it, I bought it, so of course I was going to read it. Is it the best Batman story ever? I'd say not. Batman Year One was better than this, as I've said before, and I'm sure there are other good Batman stories, but this is definitely in the top. Excuse me. If you're going to get a Batman book, if you're going to start reading Batman comics, you can start here, because it's not really connected to a lot of what happens nowadays. It's more of an old comic, but it's a standalone issue or standalone book. So yeah, thank you for watching, guys, and if you don't mind, I'm going to get back to reading this. So until next time, I'll see you guys later. Oh, there'll also be some pictures coming up soon, so you can have a look at how good this is. Leave me alone, I'm reading.